Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my video on how to find all the Force Terrors and unlock Blood, Sweat, and Tears trophy and achievement in Jedi Survivor. There are a total of 15 Force Terrors and they can all be challenged at any stage in the game. However, some require certain skills or story progress to become accessible. Here are the locations of each Terror based on how early you can access them. If you need help finishing a particular Terror, a guide for each one starts at the timestamp below. Please be aware that the footage was captured in New Game Plus with the one-shot mode enabled. Fractured Resolve. This is the early one you can challenge and does not require any special skills. Fractured Duality. Continue the story until you have access to the mantis in the roof garden. Climb to the top and you'll find the tear. You don't need to plant anything to access this one. Fractured History. In order to unlock this tear, you need to take out the optional legendary boss, Spawn of Ogdo. From here, you need to interact with the Force Echo in the chamber. Doing that will then unlock a new Echo in Doma's shop. Once you interact with that, you'll unlock the Fracture. Fractured Tradition. Continue the story until you reach Jedi. You can either go the long way around to the side, or jump towards the grapple hook. Fractured Punishment. Once you return to Kobo and complete the devastated settlement, you can then glide to the destroyed cube to the left and you can find the tear. Fractured Endurance. Once you visit Shattered Moon, continue until you reach the rappel line area. Simply go to the back and you'll find this one. Fractured Cunning. Continue the story until you have Air Dash and Green Barrier skills. Once you do, return to the Time-Worn Bridge and enter the hidden cave to access the tear. Fractured Dexterity. Return to the Trailhead Pantheon and go towards the cave to find this tear. Fractured Determination. Return to the Arid Flats and go west to find this tear. Fractured Burden. Continue the story until you have Force Lift and Slam. Return to the Gorge crash site and raise the elevator to find the hidden hatch. Use Slam and you'll get access to the tear. Fractured Momentum. Return to Pylon Saloon and enter the tunnel. Go into the cavern and enter the Green Barrier. Here you will find the tear. Fractured Delusion. Continue the story until you have access to the upgraded Ascension cable. Return to Rambler's Reach and climb the vines in the back. Use the cable to jump all the way to the top and reach the tear. Fractured Agility. Go to the Boiling Bluff and use the upgraded Ascension cable to reach the piazza. Once you interact with it, it'll take you to its nest and you'll find this tear. Fractured Power. In the Fogged Expanse, you can reach this tear in the cave portion of the area. Fractured Malice. Go to Coruscant and return to the very start of the game. Use Force Lift to open the door and have access to the final tear. Here are guides for each tear. Please note, I was playing on New Game Plus and had one shot enabled. I recommend you stick to one side and keep trying until you reach the end of that side. Trying to follow the barrier will increase your odds of failing. If you have difficulties on this one, I recommend you lower the difficulty and respec Cal into the dual blade style to increase your attack options.
He's there, right there! I knew it would end like this.
Need some help, buddy. You're not a threat.
I'll get you. On it. Come on, hit him.
Help me out.
Not an easy target.
You want to protect me.
What?
This one is a difficult tear. I recommend you make good use of time slow and focus on one until you take it down, and then focus on the other. Like Duality, I recommend adjusting the difficulty and respeccing if you're having any issues.
You will not understand me.
I need help, bud.
Remain still.
Hey, BD?
Making good use of Force Confuse will make this tear very easy.
You want to protect me. Fight with me.
I recommend you use the dual wield style and time slow to finish this tear. punishment, I recommend you use liberal use of Force Confuse to let them do the fighting for you and attack from a distance.
I'll make you pay!
Protect me.
Keep your position!
Now, BD.
You're not supposed to be here. Look out below! Take more than that.
Help me.
He's really injured! He just keeps slipping through!
Just like Cunning, use Confuse to make this easy. Also use Time Slow if you get swarmed.
Get close to him. That seems implausible.
Well, what have we here?
Get him. All right, that's it for me. Take the unit down. Who needs them?
This is the most difficult platforming tear, so don't feel discouraged if you fail a few times. I recommend you watch my path and then practice it until you can get it done. This is a challenging tear. I highly recommend you take out the Mogu first as it can take you out with one hit. After the Mogu is down, you can focus on either of the two remaining enemies, but make sure to be careful. Unfortunately, Confuse doesn't work on these enemies, so you'll need to pick them off one by one.
Now, BD.
The platforming on this tear is not too difficult. Make sure not to touch the blue balls as they'll knock you off the zipline. For this tear, I recommend you use your best style and time slow to control the enemies.
Help me, BD. Toss it here.
This one can be challenging until you become familiar with the course. I recommend you take the balloon section slow until you get used to the time slows, as the sudden speed up and slow down can get confusing. This one's fairly simple. You can cut through the shielded enemies, and you could also use force confuse to make this easy.
You won't get me! Move in! I'm not gonna let you! You pay for that!
Watch this!
I'm feeling weak, BD.
Can't believe this is it! Cunning!
The hardest combat challenge in the game. These Rancors will gang up on you if you let them and cannot be confused. Make sure to study their attacks as they have instant death moves at all difficulties. Make sure to use time slow as soon as it's available to buy yourself some time between Rancors. I also highly recommend you fully spec into time slow to get additional free hits during the moments. If you found this video helpful, then consider giving it a like as it really helps out my channel. Thanks for watching and have a great day.